Now, the advocate who triggered the much-needed conversation about the plight of Baltimore is here with us, Kimberly Klacik. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Now, why are so many Democrats doubling down on failure in the city of Baltimore?
I think, honestly, it's because they don't know how to address it. This has been going on for decades. I know a lot of people want to blame the fact that President Trump isn't in Baltimore today to talk or take a walk around and see what's going on. But you have to remember, this has been going on. I had video that showed there are trees that were growing in these row homes that were taller than the row homes, and a lot of the residents there, they feel like they were forgotten, and this is not just a couple block radius. This is a huge neighborhood, and there are blocks and blocks of abandoned row homes. And I don't know if they're hoping that everyone just packs up and leaves one day, but, there are people there that feel like the government should do something. And they actually call the city. They call the city and ask them, can you remove this trash? There's a lot of illegal dumping going on in that neighborhood, and no one shows up. It falls on deaf ears.
And it's a heartbreak, I've got to say, because everybody who's spent time, and I've spent time over the years in Baltimore, it's a beautiful place.
It is.
It's a great ethnic tradition, different ethnic neighborhoods in Baltimore. Made it part of like the cornucopia of different backgrounds, immigrants from all over the place.
Yes.
But this is so long in the making, this tragedy of the city. Again, the New York Times, PBS, the Baltimore Sun. But Trump comes in, Kimberly, and he says, it's easier, Congressman Cummings, to hit me or to call for impeachment than it is to look at what's happening right in your own district. And I've got to say, I think that's pretty gutsy of Trump. I mean, he does it in kind of a rough and tumble way and ticks people off. I get it. But don't you think it's better to be talking about this than just to put our heads in the sand going, oh, well, yeah, you're right. We hope everyone just leaves.
Yeah, I mean, I know the residents wish that people would be doing something about it. Like, I had to remind people today, when Baltimore city officials wanted to get rid of the Confederate statues, they did that overnight.
Oh, that happened. Ooh.
That happened overnight. And so I tweeted this out 72 hours ago, and when Trump then retweeted it, and that trash, I was there today. It's still there today. The trash and the rats, they haven't picked up anything. But I've noticed that Baltimore city officials have been going on different networks, talking about how racist Trump is.
But isn't that the easier thing? That you're making the point.
Yeah.
Isn't it easier to call Trump a racist? And people say, well, he set himself up. Okay, fine. I'll even concede that. I don't think that's true, but I'll concede that. Yeah. Okay, now what?
Yeah.
So let's say all that you say is true. Why, in 8 years of the first African-American president, everybody was inspired? Why wasn't Mayor Pugh inspired? Wasn't Stephanie Rawlings-Blake inspired? Mosley, the state attorney general, why wasn't she inspired? Why wasn't everybody inspired to do the right thing? And I don't recall the president spending a lot of time in Baltimore. Maybe he did, but I don't.
I don't remember seeing him there, no.
But all I'm saying, it's easier to use the race card, and there's real racism out there. There's real racism in the country.
Absolutely.
But it's much easier to do that than to say, you know something? What we've been doing has not worked.
Yeah.
I mean, this has not worked.
Yes.
Trump once said, what do you have to lose to African Americans? Vote for me, what do you have to lose? I think he's saying that again.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they're afraid of his saying that again.
Yes. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for people, especially in the Democratic Party. These are a lot of Democratic-run cities all over America look like this. It's not just Baltimore, unfortunately. And I think they're really into just boosting themselves up and, patting their own pockets. But there are people that are being forgotten, and it's really sad. I didn't do any other interviews because I didn't think, this is not about me. This is about West Baltimore. This is about the people that live there. This is about getting the trash picked up. And I think it's great that people want to go and pick up the trash, but I have to warn people, this is really a dangerous situation. Where I was, there were needles, there was dead rats, feces. This isn't something where
Sounds
you
like
can
LA or San Francisco. Same thing happening there. You can't just go and
pick this up. You need people that actually are trained to go and clean this up, and the city officials can get them out
They're
there.
demonizing you.
Yes.
As well. Brian Stelter of CNN said this. Let's watch.
Fox brought in a guest named Kimberly Klacik, who went to impoverished parts of West Baltimore and made videos of trashed lots and ruined row homes. Fox called her a Republican strategist. They've called her that for more than a year now. But there is no evidence that she's ever been employed by a campaign. She did run for a local county GOP position and lost last year.
Your response to that?
Yeah, so Brian, CNN. So I won my election. I actually serve right now in the Baltimore County Republican Central Committee, and I think we're doing an amazing job in Baltimore County. And I did work on 2 campaigns, but I volunteered. God forbid I didn't take pay. So I think he looked at it as, where was she on the payroll? You know, and to me, I look at it as, look, I'm doing something to help in my district. I volunteered my time.
Does CNN really want me to go through the list of all their guests who call themselves strategists who either have failed repeatedly on campaigns or never strategized for anybody? I don't think they want to go there over at CNN. But Kimberly, the current mayor of Baltimore, you're right, is kind of trying to shift this story away from what's happening on the ground to this. Let's watch.
Instead of him using his bully pulpit to belittle minorities, politics have to be in it. We should be trying to make America great again, as he said, instead of turn America down racially, dividing this country.
What do you think? Is Trump trying to racially divide the country by bringing up these facts?
No. I think he retweeted what he saw because he wants something to be done, and he is the president. His citizens are living like this, and he wished that local officials would actually do their job. This is their job. This has been their job. They should be cleaning up this trash and not walking around talking about how racist our president is.
I think you should get more women to speak out. I don't care what their background politically. I don't care if they have any political concerns at all. Women are powerful, and there's no reason liberal women should dominate this conversation. So I'm really glad you're out there, and don't let anyone get you down. All right, great to have you on.
Thanks.